Welcome back. This is the Whitney with Wisdom podcast. I'm your host, Whitney, and I'm back with the wisdom. I'm over here cooking, but I just want to say something real quick. And, this channel is about a lot of things, just life in general, things that I say, that I say in my head. And I say, you know what, that could be a great word for somebody. But this is what I want to say to the ladies, because I'm a lady. So I'm going to speak to the ladies. You got to love yourself beyond a man. And you want to know what I mean by that? That means you going to love yourself so much that when a man come half stepping, you don't even deal with that. You don't even entertain that. Like, you love yourself so much, you can see that he half stepping a mile away. Um, because one thing about us women, and I'm an African American black woman, so I'm gonna speak to the black women. And this is not just for black women, but I'm just gonna say black women in general, or in particular, as I should say, we like to give passes a lot in dating. We do. I think black women, we give more passes than any race on this planet. We will let a man cower. We will let a man wait until we open our own door. And I'm not saying these are like must have, but I'm just saying like we will let a man impregnate us and he don't take care of the child and how he's supposed to, or either he do it when he feel like it, while you over there full time, but yet when he ready for some tail, you'll give it to him. We sit there, cook meals for men who didn't contribute not a penny to the meal and fix his plate and everything. We would sit there and give a man a pass for being job to job or jobless. Meanwhile, we always keeping a job, or we always keeping us a place, somewhere to stay. We always on top of our game. And we're not perfect, but this is what I'm saying. For the most part, a lot of black women, we sit there and we give people passes. Like, enough of that. At the end of the day, if a man can't step behind you, he don't need to step to you. What I mean is, if a man not working a consistent job, he could be working at Walmart. But if he pulling extra hours, he consistently there, he on time, you know, to me, he don't hit you and stuff like that. To me, that's a great man. You know, some of these men will get mad at you because you're not entertaining them, and they over there sorry, they in and out of a job, or either they jobless, but they want some tail, and mad at you because you don't want to get them no tail. Now, ain't that something serious? Or you got men, they'll sit here and have a whole baby with you, or babies with you, go off and live their best life, um, give you money or help you out when they feel like it, unless they're made to take care of their own seed. And they will justify that and then still turn around and ask you for some tail after you done cook, clean, mop, swept, took out the trash yourself, pumped your own gas, made sure that your bills was paid, you and your children or child's mouth was fed, made sure your child or your children went to all the doctor's appointments, got to school, got their lunch packed, felt safe and secure, have a roof over their head, make sure they have a vehicle. They after you do all that and they do the bare minimum or either nothing, they will have the audacity to turn around and ask you for some tail. Enough of that. Us women, we got to love ourselves first to the point where we set boundaries. Now, some of these men, they don't care about the boundaries, but we, at the end of the day, we got to set the boundaries. Hey, if you can't do X, Y, and Z, I don't want to be with you. And furthermore, you have men who done ran a woman off by his infidelity, his lies, and all that, and his dishonesty. And then he will turn around and ask her for some tail as if nothing happened. And when she don't want to be with him, he will sit there and get mad at her and give her the cold shoulder. It's a lot of buffoonery going on out here. I just want to say, women, love yourselves. Stop letting that man trick you into giving him some tail, and all you left with is responsibility on your own. An inconsistent man, to me, is almost just as worse as a man who ain't doing nothing. You know, and people would disagree with me, but at the end of the day, it's not fair for a woman to be consistent and a man to be inconsistent and she still entertain him. That is not fair to you, beloved. It's not fair. And they say life not fair, but at the end of the day, we should be nowhere giving our bodies away to no man who is not consistent. I don't care if you don't have kids with this man. If he's not consistent taking you on a date, um if he can't pencil you into his schedule once a week, once every 2 weeks or something, at least once a month, depending on how busy the man is, he don't want you. It's about the consistency. If a man is texting you all day long and then the next day he ain't got no time for you, and then the next day he want to come over, and then the next day you can't even get in touch with him, that's called inconsistency, and that's called he don't want you. Any man who wants you gonna be consistent. Any man who wants you, if he have kids with you, he gonna take care of them kids and you, okay? And a lot of these men, they don't know the game. See, these older men back in the day, they used to make sure they took care of their kids and the woman, whether they was around her or with her or not. And then that woman ended up saying, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and give him another chance. But you got men out here, when they do wrong and you don't want to be with them, they will sit there and abandon the child and everything else. And then have a nerve to ask you for some tail and then get mad because you won't get them none. Or a man who don't have no kids, he would sit there and do a woman in, hurt her heart and everything else, disappear, and then he will disappear. He will come back out of the thin air, act like nothing happened, and ask for some more tail. And some of us women be so soft. Yes, so soft. We're supposed to be soft, but sometimes we be so dumb, as I should say. We sit there and give this man another chance to show us that he's a fool and he's trying to make us a damn fool. We got to stop playing the fool. In different cultures, honey, they don't even entertain a man who's not ready to buy a house or already have a house, who isn't prepared for his wife. If a man shows that he's not prepared for his wife in a lot of these other cultures, they don't even look his way. And here we are letting a man live with us who won't even take out the trash. Now, this is not my segment of the message. I done had men try to live with me, but I ain't never did that. But at the end of the day, a lot of us be doing that, and we be wondering why we behind. And then this is the moral of the story. Stop being with a man who gonna drive you nuts in the end. And then he ain't gonna do nothing but call you nuts. Stop it. It's uncomfortable when people are mad at you sometimes, but sometimes you gotta let them be mad. That ain't nobody mad but the devil himself. Be with a man who wants to be with you, consistent, takes you out on dates. Stop being with a man who only want to see you at night. All he can do is bring you a little whatever your vices are, and all he can do is lay up in the bed at night and leave before the break of dawn. Tell him no. It's not about being cool. At the end of the day, us as women, but especially as black women, we must do better, and we must do better in a sense of loving ourselves more. Yes, there's been a lot of trauma, but we know how a lot of us choose to live. It is not right. I used to let a man play with me so much that at the end, when he got through with me, I felt like the fool of the town. And I kept on giving him chance after chance after chance. And no, I wasn't perfect. I started nagging at the end because I was so tired of the BS. And you know what thanks I got? I was called a crazy lady when it was all said and done. And you know what? Maybe I was a crazy lady for letting a man drag me for years And all he could say after I decided to choose me is that I'm crazy and I was the problem. This is why we must not stay with the man who's not doing us right. If he not doing you right, sis, he's showing you he don't care about you. Therefore, get out as early as you can, because when you do decide to get out, he's going to make you the problem. I just felt like making this video because this is for somebody. It hurts sometimes when you done put all your effort in and you realize this man don't even care. But you must choose you and love yourself first. And you'll be surprised when you start paying attention and loving yourself more, what more you would attract. You would attract more. Once you start loving yourself more, that man who drug you through the mud, he won't even be your type anymore. Matter of fact, he probably will discuss you at your new level. Love yourself to a new level to where anybody who mad, they don't even faze you. In fact, you might chuckle a little bit at why they're mad. Once you love yourself more, I'm speaking from experience, you won't even want a man who don't want you for real. And when I say want you, I don't mean want you to bend over. I mean a man who, he sees you as a wife. You won't even entertain a man who just want to bend you over. You will want to entertain a man who really wants you. Not just wants your body. We are more than our body. Yes, we are curvy and we are blessed with the curves. We're more than curves and hair and nails. We are souls and spirits that must be fed. And we have got to start with ourselves. And honey, if you have kids, do it for your kids too. They are watching. Oh my goodness, they are watching. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Have a great day.